everybody's tuned into the new abortion laws that just passed in a few states, or at least one. One thing you don't have to ever worry about me is moving to one of these states where they outlawed abortion. On my last channel, I made a video what my proposal for abortion should be, which I think is the best, by far the best proposal there has ever been when it comes to childbirth and abortion. I did a video, it was all animated, pictures, editing. I put time into it, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm going to make this real quick. In a nutshell, this is what my proposal for abortion is. And I'm sure I'll lose about 30,000 subscribers after you hear this. For one, when a female is pregnant, she first of all, she has the responsibility to keep up with her body to at least know if she's pregnant or not. So the minute she finds out she's pregnant, as soon as possible, she has to notify who she thinks is the father of the child in writing and with paperwork to notify him that he possibly is the father of this child that she's pregnant with. At that point, he has 24 hours to produce the proper amount of money for her to get an abortion for the child. 24 hours, because if you shouldn't even be having unprotected sex, or even sex anyway, if you can't afford to pay for an abortion. That's just my personal opinion. So he has 24 hours to come up with the proper amount of money for her to have an abortion. At that point, the female has the right to either accept the money and have the abortion, or decline the money and keep the baby. But if she declines the money and decides to keep the baby, the father is protected from having any legal financial obligation to her and the child whatsoever from that point on. I know it sounds harsh if you just think about it just on the first thought, but if you really think about it in depth, what that actually provides is the motive and intent for the man and the woman to both be more responsible about who they decide to have sex with. Because a female at that point can't just decide to go have sex with a man and try to have a baby to gain some kind of financial stability, or to try to ruin somebody's life, or whatever the case may be. And also, if the man doesn't produce the money in the 24 hours, I forgot to say this part, then he is financially obligated. So he has to produce the money within 24 hours. If the female doesn't notify the male that he can be the father within the proper amount of time that she can have an abortion, then she forfeits the right to try to seek any financial obligation from him at any time in the future. Like I said, again, it may sound harsh, but in reality, if you think about it, that alone would make females be a lot more responsible about who they decide to lay down and have sex with. Also, it would make males be more responsible if you know that every time you have sex with somebody, you could potentially be having to pay about $500 if you're having unprotected sex with somebody just to have an abortion. That will also make a man be more responsible about who he's having sex with. So in a nutshell, that's my proposal for what abortion should be.